Greetings. It's me, voice in the storm. I know. I post these things, but there's a million billion voices posting things on a regular basis, even from minute to minute, possibly. I'm your voice in the storm. You know, nobody gives a shit about what I say, or they do. The idea is to have no expectations. For those of you who have not learned that, I recommend a study of having no expectations. What I was thinking about today is, it's the first thing anyway, is I've seen a lot of movies, TV shows, where they make black folks feel and look terrible. They make them look really bad. They're oftentimes the villains are gang members and killers on the street and drug dealers, of course, naturally pimps or whatever. Thousands of movies, thousands of stories, and literally making my black brothers feel bad, making them look bad. And I'm sick of that shit. So, all the things that are going on here in a given moment, they're just day-to-day things. Really, it's just you and me deciding what we're going to do with what we understand in that day, moment to moment, pretty much ad-libbed. There's interactions between you, your co-workers, your friends, your family, making up stuff as you go along pretty much. So just as an individual, it's time to stand up and do something about our situation here. It could be so beautiful, and yet it's so full of shit, and yet it's so full of beauty at the same time. That paradox is always present. On a daily basis, I'm not being badly treated, I'm not being harassed or pummeled on. I'm not at war. I have some battles going on, but I'm not in the Ukraine, and I'm not a Russian, and I'm not a Sudanese. None of that stuff's happening. And for most of us here, it's not happening. But if we turn on the media, or if we have enough screens in our lives, that we're going to see, if it bleeds, it leads, of course, in terms of a lot of the news media. But it's not the entire story by any means. There's also stories of incredible perseverance and love and creativity. Again, always going on at the same time. And it's just making a decision about what you're going to do with the day. For instance, the idea of making someone beyond yourself smile. That's a great thing. Looking in the mirror and making yourself smile isn't bad either. But we need to stop the bullshit. Wherever the bullshit comes up, you're a person, you can say no to the bullshit. You can say no to injustice. You can say no to inequity, inequality of financial, inequality of every type. You can say bullshit to racism. What a waste. What a waste of time. They got us fighting amongst ourselves. Son of a bitch. Stand up and say something. If you hear something that you know is not loving, that you know may cause harm. The only time that I'm aware of to fight at any moment is in self-defense. Let's look at war in a different way. War itself is a crime, and regardless of those people who fight honorably there may always be people who do not, people who rape, pillage, whatever. War will always have crimes in it, even if you don't think that war itself is a crime, as I do. Let's criminalize war and stop the Syrian guys and the dictators all over the world. Just at least stand up and tell them not to do that shit. You think that oppressing people is a winning tactic? Guess what? It's been tried before. Over and over and over again. Oppression doesn't win, ever. It never has, and it never will. But it will create the chafing that makes people advance. As terrible as dictators and despots and thieves and murderers who are in charge, as terrible as they can make it, in the end, they are undoing themselves for the benefit of the rest of us. It's not that I hate any of them, but there are people who need to be held accountable. And there will be. It's inescapable. So, these are my deep thoughts for the moment. I'm the voice in the storm. I like that, though, voice in the storm, because that's what I feel like when it comes down to trying to speak with authenticity to people that I don't know. But what I say comes from the heart, because I love you. Be well.